Welcome back to the channel. I've got another foldable bike today. This is the Victrip Titan S, and there's two words that describe this bike perfectly. That is power and range. The best thing about this is that you don't have to pay a ton of money to get that long range and that power. The Titan S is less than $1,500. I don't think I've ever reviewed a bike designed like this where it's foldable that has gone 30 miles per hour. And guess what? This can go 30 miles per hour for both pedal assist level 5 and straight throttle. Now, if you didn't want to go that fast, you can adjust the speed limit in the advanced settings. And you can also change the pedal assist levels from 3 up to 9. Now, one of the things that I like is that my app speed matched the bike speed, which is not always the case. Typically it's off by anywhere from 1 to 3, but this one was right on. It was 30 on my app and 30 on the bike, which I personally like. Now I don't have to use my app to know how fast I'm going. And then the last thing about speed is that the transition is seamless between pedal assist and throttle. That's something that I pay attention to because when you're riding, the last thing you want is waiting for that power to hit. You just want a nice constant flow of juice. Now this is actually one of the more popular e-bikes. I hit 26 miles per hour in one block. The motor reaction time right off the line with pedal assist is about 1 revolution, and then when it does hit, it throws you back a little bit. I mean, it comes on pretty strong. The throttle's more reactive. Right when you hit it off the line, it engages and matches the same power as pedal assist. So if you're looking for a bike with a fast top speed and a poppy acceleration, this clicks both of those boxes. But now the true test in power is the heel test. I took it up the standard 26% grade that I do all the bike heel test on, and again was amazed that this thing just powered up that thing. I think my speed only dropped down to 7 miles per hour. Bike was doing 100% of the work. On that same ride, I took it up the canyon about 6-7 miles with an average slope of about 6 to 7% and was averaging 22-23 miles per hour. So you have power for steep hills and for the long climb up a canyon road. Now power also applies to brakes, just a different type of power. They are hydraulic brakes. You have nice feeling levers. There's a screw where you can adjust the play in the lever. Now the right side controls the rear brake, the left side the front. They've got motor cutoff. I felt the brakes match the power of the bike. They are smooth and powerful, had no complaints with the brakes. Okay, well, I talked about the power parts. What about range? And as you can see, there is a monster battery underneath the saddle. That's a 48 volt, 32 amp hour lithium battery. Now you can't take that out. The way to do that is the saddle. There's a lever underneath that just pulls right out. You have a carrying handle here as well. It takes about 7 to 8 hours for a recharge. Now before the range test, I fully charged up the battery. And during that test, my average speed was 26 miles per hour. And my app recorded 28.70 miles with 2,549 feet of elevation gain. Now I didn't have time to drain the battery all the way. Only 2 of the 5 battery bars were gone. Victrip has rated this up to 100 miles. I now want to talk about the ride, because one thing that's unique with this is how far you're off the ground. The base of the bike is about 5 to 6 inches higher than most bikes designed like this. And then you have the handlebars that adjust a good 7 to 8 inches. And so what that means is that your center of gravity is up a little bit higher. It wasn't my favorite bike for handling. And then with the balance, especially when coming down a canyon road at 30 plus miles per hour, I was grabbing the grips, holding them tighter than I typically do with other bikes with a similar design. So just know that you do have to put in a little bit more effort to gain that stability. The second thing is that there is some rattling and noises, and it's kind of unfair to talk about this because most bikes in this class don't hit 30 miles per hour. Typically, the faster you go, the more rattling you get. So there is a trade-off there. And then the suspension was a little bit rough. Riding throughout the city, I could tell that this is a bike that I would not be taking off-road. I think they went cheaper in that area and put more money into the battery and the power. But the last few things I want to talk about is the nicer headlights. I've never seen that design before, and I just like it. I think it looks good. And then they do have some nice grips. And then the last thing I'm going to talk about is the rear saddle here. They do have a 2-inch cushion on it. They've got foot pegs on each side that fold out and fold up. There is a backrest, but you do have to take off the saddle to bolt it to the rack. And there's 4 screws underneath that I just could not get with this rear tire on. So you do have that backrest that is standard. If you're looking for a fast bike with a long range and an affordable price, this is a good option. If you have any questions about it, hit me up in the comments. As always, thanks for watching and take care.